Welcome, everybody. I'm so glad that you could join today for the challenge. And I'm really excited to introduce you to the beautiful woman I have here to interview today. So I've got Elaine Williams, and she is an amazing woman who does all kinds of things, including she coaches people on how to present well on video. She also is a speaker, she is an author, and she is a comedian. So all kinds of things. So, Elaine, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure, Meg. Thank you. Thanks for having me. So yeah, I'm a video coach. I moved to New York to pursue acting on a whole nother level from Austin, Texas. And I fell into stand-up comedy. And I thought I was supposed to do musical theater. That's why I moved to New York, and I performed my whole life. And then, so finally people kept saying, you're really funny. You should try stand up. And I was like, what do you mean? Because it's really hard to move from a sweet little life in Austin to the big, scary city. And so I took a class and I wasn't very good. And the night of the class, I said, just do the darn class, finish the show, and say you tried it. And then when I got to the dysfunctional family part of my set and I saw everybody bent over howling, I was like, oh, I'm supposed to help people. And I realized that my life, it just made sense on a whole other level. And so I started really pursuing stand-up comedy, and that led me into speaking and coaching. And I love talking about humor because I think we need it now more than ever. We've all talked about COVID and mental health issues, and there's so many things we can't control, right? There's crazy wars happening. There's, addiction. There's still a lot of stuff. But I think if you can laugh at yourself or something that's happening in your life, it helps you have resilience. It helps you have a sense of humor about it. And oftentimes you will actually find solutions. So I'm just a huge fan of you don't have to become a comedian like me, but there's lots of ways you can start cultivating to add more humor to your daily life.
I love it. And definitely humor. I've been in low states before, and just reading something funny, watching a funny show instantly takes my vibe up a level, and yes. I feel that shift. So I love that. So what tips do you have for people on how to add humor to their life?
Yes, thank you. So we're lucky because we have Instagram, we have YouTube, and you have TV, whether you have cable or you're streaming things. So there's tons of stuff on Netflix, which is a great, John Mulaney is hilarious.
He is. He's
Taylor
one of my
Tomlinson.
Favorites.
There's so many great comedians, but let's just say you don't want to pay for streaming or whatever. You can literally go on YouTube and put in America's Funniest Home Videos. And it's crazy because we do the same things, but I used to watch them before I did my comedy shows because it puts me in a higher state. But you can watch Dean Martin stuff. You can watch Wanda Sykes. You can watch Maria Bamford. You can watch Brian Regan, Eddie Britt. There's so many great comedians. And if you're watching somebody and you're not laughing, you can switch it for free. So that's one of my favorite things. And then also, I think dog and cat videos, they just crack me up, and especially crazy horse videos. And so at the end of my day, because I want to stay focused, right? But at the end of my day, I will scroll and I will watch the silly things that dogs and their owners do, or the crazy things that cats do. And I just, sometimes things make me laugh more than others. And remember that comedy is very subjective. So it's okay. If there's somebody that you're like, I do not like them, that's fine. Find who you do vibe with. And everybody's subjective. So YouTube videos, Instagram videos. You could look at old cartoons if that's your thing. Some people like to read funny books. Whatever is going to make you giggle is where you should focus on.
I love it. I love it. It makes me wonder too, though. I feel like it would be really easy to fall down a rabbit hole and then suddenly look up and it's been 4 hours that have passed. Any tips on adding this as a bite-sized way to lift you up during the day without it consuming half of your day?
Yes. So, I'm a speaker and a speaker coach. So sometimes when I'm taking lunch, I will put on my phone, I'll do a 5 or 10 minutes on my phone as a timer, and I will watch a TED Talk or something fun. But that timer is okay, Elaine, you got to turn it off. Now, I'm more disciplined when it comes to my computer. So my phone, I think it's easy to kind of get sucked down those rabbit holes. So I only scroll, I let myself scroll at the end of my working day. So that's the parameters that I've done. If you're disciplined enough to do it at the start of your day, awesome. But I know for me, if my brain starts watching things too early, then I think I have the day off or something. And so I like to give myself a little break during the day and then laugh more at night. That's my trick. So putting a timer on can really help.
I love that. And I actually have done a little bit of research. I didn't pull it up before this about like scrolling on your phone first thing in the morning. I definitely I'm glad you said that. So for those of you watching this, I would not recommend that. That is a really easy way to give your power away to anything. Yes. And especially the way social media is set up now, where they'll show you what you looked for and then they'll keep on feeding you stuff that they think you want. And that can lead you all kinds of different places. So don't do this first thing in the morning. But I think, like you said, lunchtime or afterwards or just that midday slump, this is the perfect time to incorporate this tip. So I love this tip.
Yes. Or, another thing is I have a client that says she creates before she consumes. So I love that motto. And then another option is sometimes if I've had back to back, just intense in my brain stuff at 5:30, I will go take a walk. And sometimes I listen to certain podcasts because they make me giggle. There's something that I can find comforting by some of the voices, or because there's a couple of podcasts I've listened to for 8 years. And if I feel like my life has been it grounds me. And, again, you have to have the discipline. So, sometimes these podcasts will go on and I'll be like, okay, I'm putting a pin on it. And then I'm going to finish this when I'm working out or doing the dishes or whatever. But building those habits of giving yourself a break, but then putting some structure around it will serve you. And I just think also having a buddy, I will send goofy dog videos to certain friends and vice versa. And sometimes I will get messages throughout my day, but I don't look at them until the end of my day. So I mean, it sounds so simple, but something like that, building those habits can really serve you.
Yeah. Well, and it's simple, but it's also intentional. And I think that's what people miss a lot, is that you do have to be intentional with these habits and the boundaries that you've set for yourself as well. So yeah, so important.
Yes. And, one other thing I want to say, Meg, is you can cultivate more humor. If you tell yourself, oh, I'm not funny, stop saying that. I think everybody has the potential to be funny in different ways. My sister is very dry and sort of witty, and she has these little one-liners that just crack me up. And I'm very different. I'm over the top, but we love to make each other laugh. Yeah. And so just thinking you can cultivate, and you may be going, okay, Elaine, I don't have time, whatever. Let me tell you, when you laugh, you burn calories, you take in more oxygen, you release toxins, the feel-good chemicals in your brain go up, your walls come down, you're more in touch with your humanity. It is one of the oldest forms of being human, sitting around a campfire, telling stories and laughing. And so I think in this fast-paced, high-tech world, we are dying to have some human connection. And if you can share a laugh or pass on something that made you laugh, that is the biggest gift you can give yourself and the people that you love.
Yeah, I love that. Well, awesome. I know this is going to help so many people, and people so appreciate what you've shared with us so far today. How can people find you in the future if they want to follow you online, learn more about your services, learn about your book as well?
Yes. I have a new book, The Power of Community, and it's all about laughter. So you can find that on Amazon. The best way is you go to captivatethecrowd.com/humor. And you can get a free humor report. And I recommend that you print it up. And it has comedians to follow, rules of humor, what it does to your body, because it's just a good reminder, right? We all have things on our fridge, hopefully, Meg, right? Of the good organic things to have, and what we should be eating every day, or what how much water we should be drinking, all those things. Well, I feel like humor is just as important.
Definitely.
And when you have something printed up, it is a great way so that you can see it and remind yourself. You can have it on your computer too. But if you go to captivatethecrowd.com/humor, you will find it. And that way we can be connected too.
Awesome. So I will put the link under this video, and I'll also put it in the email so that people have access to it. But thank you so much for taking the time and sharing this with people. It's going to help a lot of people, make them smile, make them laugh more. So I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Meg. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure.